with me that I can pinpoint. I'm just like in a state of being,
Mm-hmm.
and usually when that happens, something's about to come through.
That's fair to say.
I just picked up on that.
Okay.
It might not be. I'm not necessarily out of alignment. We
Right.
all have off days, but I think something's just coming through for me.
Yeah, and it's been.
May I?
Oh, sure. By all means. It's been one of those days. I was talking to Dejanay. She was like, "How was your day?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't know what to say about that.
We got what? Oh, we only have one person. It's okay. Hi, person. Hi.
Oh, I'm showing two on my end. I'm
Oh,
gonna
two
share it
people,
on
two
my.
persons. Hi, two persons. Hi.
Hi, fam. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Wait, what are we calling today?
Oh, it's let's talk about sex,
Talk
baby.
about sex, baby.
Open dialogue.
Open dialogue.
Woo, woo,
Ooh.
woo, woo. I hope we have some people joining us tonight that has some stuff they want to say.
Yes.
Who that? Who is FJ? Look who's on here. Shakai. Shakai's Juju goddess. Get in that ass. He told her he was gonna get in it. 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 Get in it.
Sakai, you grounded.
Is she grounded?
You grounded. Mm-hmm.
Is she?
Yeah.
Sakai, you already know. We already.
Yeah.
I told you. I warned you yesterday. Felicia Jones.
All of this.
That ain't sis, Yoni Ho. I'm sorry.
Sakai grounded.
Sakai grounded. Yep.
Yeah.
That April
Had
Fool
me
shit.
over here clutching my
Booty
my
cheeks.
cheeky cheeks. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? I was sitting here listening to the doctor's sister in the back reading me this post, and I'm like, I'm driving. I'm like,
No.
wait, what? And like, I just keep listening, and she say, April Fools. I said, what? Oh, okay, okay. Sakai grounded. Go have a seat in the corner, Sakai.
In the
we'll
corner.
Get to you in a minute.
We'll get to her in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Sakai, I failed to tell you that is one of her talents.
April Fool's jokes? Making people punch their ass cheeks? All of the above?
She said it. Hey, Maya.
Mm-hmm.
She said it. I didn't say it. She said it. She was like, that's one of her many talents that she has is...
Yeah, you pretty good at it. Have me going.
I think she's an actress.
Oh,
on the
okay.
side, on the fly.
Thespian.
Yes, she's an actress, so she's got multi skills going on.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
So, fam, I'm sharing while Billionaire Bucket getting Sakai's assets, because
we're gonna jump out of her assets real quick.
well, tell the people what she did.
Well,
For those that don't know, that was so.
she had a post. She had made a post. It was an April Fool's post, and I'm paraphrasing, but it went something to the effect that she realized she made the biggest mistake, and after speaking with her pastor and all this, that, and the third, it was very detailed. It was very believable. In the way the doctor's sister over here was reading it to me, I was just like, "What?" And she just had me going. Then she said, "April Fools." I said, "The who?"
Yeah, that her pastor told her she'd been leading people wrong. And
Yeah.
She'd been doing this and that, and basically she's a sinner. And she decided that she wanted to leave this spiritual shit alone and go back to organized religion. Would that be fair to say? Hold on, break my strap.
Yeah, that was.
So
That's a good
listen,
way to sum it up.
y'all know we sips. Tonight we sipping smoothies.
Vegan mango kale.
So it is Tipsy Tuesday. Truthful Tipsy Tuesday, but
Truthful Tipsy Tuesday.
the only tipsy we getting out of it is smoothie.
Smoothie King.
Why mine taste so gritty?
It's just gritty?
Did they put fiber in here? Listen.
No,
If they put fiber in here, I promise
Mine started
y'all,
off gritty.
I promise y'all I'm not going to get through the live without having to take a shit.
I don't think it was blended well because mine usually doesn't leave these little red flakes from the fruit. Yeah, I don't think she blended them that well.
Because that fiber
That's my bad. I was rushing up out of there.
That fiver had me going,
Bloop, bloop.
bloop, bloop.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Gotta drop the kids off at the pool.
Bow, bow.
Oh, she said it's the plant protein in there. I tell them not to put it in mine.
Oh, yeah, no, it shouldn't be no protein in this one. In the vegan. Mango kale?
Yes, that's Smoothie King, Felicia. Y'all need to make sure my beard is on point. My beard was out of control. I had to go trim
So
it
is
up.
mine.
You know?
I ain't trimmed mine
I was
yet.
like, well, damn, KKKK. Yep, that's Smoothie King. We're not advertising for Smoothie King because they are not paying us for advertisements. So
Right. That part.
listen. I don't need fiber. I got fiber last night on our trip back home.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I'm TMI all the time.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, my driver, I was like, Bucket! Billionaire Bucket! I got a shit! He was like, you do? You want me to pull over? I'm like...
I didn't voice my first thought because we had 4 hours to go. So my first thought was like, well, how long can you hold it? That was my first thought. I didn't say that because I didn't want to get bopped in the head.
Oh, snap. Y'all, I rode all the way home in the back seat except for the last hour of the trip. And we were on the road 19 hours. So I had a driver. I was just practicing what that feels like to have a driver. And he did very well. He even put his foot on the gas pedal. He got to listening to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
We was coming through Virginia. And I was like,
Well, once we got past all that traffic.
whoa, yeah. Isn't up in Arlington traffic worse than Atlanta? I know they don't have as many highways
They don't have as many
lanes
lanes,
as we
so
do.
no.
But y'all,
It was only a 4-lane.
it was.
But it was nuts at 3 o'clock.
I used to do that ride all the time. Every Friday, I used to do that ride because I took some training up in Arlington for like, I don't know, 6 months. So every Friday I would do that ride. The traffic is just crazy. So listen, before we get started with our fam,
Yes.
I got something in the mail.
Doc, what do you got?
I got something in the mail.
Doc,
And
what do you got?
I wanted to open it with our family. Okay, y'all ready for me to open it? The mail is here! The mail is here! And I get to open it with my family. Let's see what it says. Look at me trying to open it on me. I am such a perfecto. Not miss. Perfecto. Anything else in there? Nothing else is in there.
This smoothie is bomb.
It's Smoothie Bomb. Billionaire Bucket! Fam!
It's official.
It's official, Bill!
It's Dr. Lovey Bradley.
I gotta put this up in my office.
Whoa, whoa,
Woo,
whoa.
woo, woo.
That's another one on the wall. Yeah.
My wall's gonna go all the way around.
Congratulations, Doc.
My dad used to call me an official. What did he say it was? I don't know. I gotta think about how he said it.
You say you were a successful student?
Oh, a successful student. That's what he used to say. He said, you're a successful student. So he didn't get to see this, but this is so special because it was 2 years ago this month that he transitioned. So, yay, this is to my daddy.
Yay.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Thank you, fam, for letting me open my doctoral degree in metaphysical science.
Boom.
Wow, I need to make sure they spell my name right. They surely did.
Yes.
Yes. Come on in here so you can say hi. I know my mom come over here. Come say hi to the people, girl. Come on around so they can see your face.
I come here so I can crunch louder.
Don't do that. Come on around here so they can see your face.
Yeah.
Say, hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
I think it's all girls on.
Oh, hey, girl, boys.
Hey, girl. I don't think it's any boys. Bucket is a
Yeah, I'm
man.
not-
He's a man. Wait, Felicia's on, so that means my brother Pete is on. Malira's
Hey,
on,
Pete.
so that means my brother
Will.
Mr. Green is on.
Peace.
So yes, we in there. Who doing it next?
Me.
Yay!
Oh,
Go ahead,
All
Mel.
right,
Go, Melanie Queen. Yes. So I had to put this.
I'm going.
Anytime I hang something up in my office, I have to get one. She going for penises. Wait, what did I just miss? She going to a penis
I
school.
wasn't ready.
She going to a penis school to get a penis degree, a master's in penises degree.
That
Okay,
was funny.
Bucket, you want a yoni degree? A master's?
You got it. I mean, yeah. Shit, look, my mind already got one.
You want a PhD in yonis?
Shit,
How to
my
master
mind already
yonis?
got a.
Mom said she going to school. What did she say?
She said she gonna go get a degree for penises.
Okay, she going to get a penis degree. Okay.
Y'all
I decided to study in anything non-physical. So these two here want the physical stuff. They gonna get it right. Mom want money. Money.
She want the bands in the coop,
What?
busting out the roof.
What?
Bands in the coop, busting out the roof.
Hey.
What you got on today, Doc?
Hey. I got a little of
Them people see what you working with.
well, I was
girl.
trying to see what Malira was saying.
Oh, that's your bad.
I had
Let's
to
see
change
what
my
you
bra,
working
y'all,
with.
because I had on a sports bra, so my boobs was
Oh,
like
have
this.
mercy.
They
Oh.
were all the way down here, so I put it.
We don't need it.
Sure, I
She
put
be
it.
twerking and she twerked the titties.
Yeah, I be twerking the titties.
Have mercy.
Medea.
On your shit. On your shit. Yes. So I have the Afro on your shit on today.
Woo woo woo.
Woo woo.
Okay.
Woo woo
The
woo.
knock is fancy.
And the woo woo woo. So listen, fam. I had not been on, Felicia. I was traveling this weekend, so I really haven't been on Facebook at all. You haven't gotten your shirt, Malira. It should have arrived. We're going to have to track it. I got the tracking number upstairs. Because everything that I sent out, they have already gotten there. So, I don't know. Virginia's mail be funny every time I ship there. So, I'll track it this evening. Better yet, I'll send you the tracking number. And you can track it. How about that? So, we'll see where your shirt is at. But it has been shipped, Malira. Tonight, we're going to be talking a little bit about...
We gonna talk nasty.
We talking nasty?
It's
what we
open
talking
dialogue
about?
Night. We talking about.
What we talking about? Who this?
We don't own the rights to this music. We gonna
Yeah, I
ask them
put
to
that
help
on
us
there.
out. What we talking about? Let the group help us out. Oh. Hey. Boom. All right.
All right, we're going to talk about a little bit about some sex.
Okay.
I call it a little bit of spiritual sex. Whoa. Yeah, tonight I'm just going to be his backup person. I'm going to be his hype woman because this topic is all about Bucket.
Oh, wait, what?
I'm Bucket's hype woman tonight.
What just happened here? Wait a minute. Flag on the play. Time out.
Bucket's gonna give us some lessons about open dialogue in the bedroom. Ooh. Bucket has it going on. So like,
Oh wait, see, you said Bucket, so that's not me. I'm Billionaire.
that's Billionaire Bucket. He's got some
So I'm
dialogues for us.
No, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Him know what him gonna say. So Billionaire Bucket, we were talking about this as a topic.
We were.
And what we were saying is that in sexual relationships, a lot of men, and for those of you who are yoni hoes, you're going to know a lot of what I'm talking about because we actually have a sexologist in the group by the name of Miss Valerie, who has come on and done a talk with us, and some of us are working with her. and she has schooled us about sloppy sex.
SS.
Yes. And so, what is sloppy sex? You know, Billionaire Bucket? You don't do that? You don't do sloppy sex, so you don't know what that is?
No.
Okay. So,
I don't think I do.
99% of the men are having sloppy sex, meaning they learned how to have sex watching porn, reading magazines,
Well, yeah.
or doing what they think the women want them to do, and they think that shit feels good. So we just have a term for it. It's called sloppy sex.
I have SS then.
You have who?
SS.
SS?
Yeah. That's how I learned.
Okay, so he's saying he has sloppy sex because that's how he learned. He learned through porn and reading magazines. However, in sloppy sex, when you become spiritual, you understand the true meaning of sex, how to create through sex, how to be connected to your partner through sex, and how to appreciate sex, which is really one of the most highest ways of connecting the spirit.
Yeah.
Because it's very creative. When you understand that and you understand it, then you know that there has to be open dialogue.
Very much so.
In your relationship. Like, you can't be a man bang, 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 and thinking that your woman's liking it, and you aren't willing to have conversations with her. Don't whip the pussy. Please don't whip the pussy. Don't do it.
My bad. I just messed up your whole little spiel.
Don't listen to Billionaire Bucket. Don't whip no pussy, okay? So most men out here in these streets, you know, they pretty much doing what they think the woman likes, and they're not having that open dialogue with her to see if she likes it, if it makes her feel good, if she even hits her climax. Most men don't even know where there are multiple G spots. But the main G spot within the yoni, most men don't even know where that is or how to reach it. So they think because what they did with Sheila, Shantae gonna like it, because Sheila enjoyed it. But every woman is different and her anatomy is made up differently. And so what Billionaire Bucket and I was talking about is men getting to a point where they can have open dialogue in their relationships when they're with their woman to see what pleases her and what makes her happy. Not just about him getting a what? Or a nut. So
it's not an almond joy.
It's not just about that. Both parties have to be pleased.
What did Tommy from Martin always say? I got the draws, dog. It ain't always about getting the draws, y'all. It ain't always about getting the draws.
Oh, snap. So, Billionaire Bucket.
Yes, that's me.
So, let me ask you this.
Let me say that straight.
Yes, straight.
Hi.
Are we going to
Hi, everyone. No. Damn, let's see. No.
So, none of that?
No.
Okay.
No. No.
We not twerk?
No.
You want to twerk with me? We can twerk together.
I ain't got enough no more.
He got them
Put
W's.
some respect on my veganism, dang nabbit.
He got them W's, I got them triple Z's. So that's how we gonna do. So listen, let me ask you this, Billionaire Bucket. School us women.
Okay.
And us gentlemen.
Okay. Yep.
On how to have open dialogues in a relationship, especially when you're in a new relationship.
We have to start small. Don't just start off with sex being the topic. You know, start small to get the communication flow going, so that when it is time to talk about sex, it's not a subject that makes you clam up or makes you feel away by what the answers or the responses could be to the questions or whatever you guys, you know, however that conversation looks for you. So what am I talking about? Start with how's your day? You know, build that open dialogue rapport with each other. So just start with basic conversations all the time. So for instance, my lady and I, we're in a long distance relationship. So unfortunately, we don't have the pleasure to be around each other as much as we'd like. So all we do have is conversation. And being that all we do have is conversation, when it came time to talk about sex, it made it easier because we have been talking long enough to where we have that familiarity with each other, we're comfortable with each other, and no one's going to take offense to what's said by the other, because we respect each other in that sense, to where we can hear each other's truth.
Right.
And so once you have established that type of a connection, through conversation, through conversing, then the topic of sex won't be so like a closed off subject. I know for me in the past, I wouldn't have had an open conversation like I've had recently about this topic. I just wouldn't have.
So let's talk about that. So in your, she spit on herself. Disgusting.
I spit on you?
I said she.
Oh,
spit on
I was like,
herself.
I thought I coughed this way. My bad.
Pardon? So when you cough, I decided I wanted to squirt. I squirted on myself.
Pause.
Ew.
I wasn't ready.
Ew. Okay. Focus. So,
Yes.
in the past, when you were not open to having open dialogue, so what did that look like sexually?
Didn't look like much fun. Wasn't
Just
really.
getting a nut?
Yeah.
Just getting a nut. So you didn't have a conversation with your ladies and be like, was that pleasable to you? Do you like it like that? I like it like that.
Well, I know in the past I have tried to have that conversation, but it was with the wrong ladies. So, and let's be clear, the closed off can be on both sides of the fence. It can be a woman or a man, or the conversation can start from both sides of the fence. It can be a man or a woman. And just because your man comes to you and asks you what you like or something like that, it shouldn't be an assumption made. It shouldn't be assumptions made on any side of the fence. A lot of times guys will not come to a woman and ask her for the simple fact they feel like they did not do something correct, and they don't want to feel embarrassed or talked about. And vice versa. Women might feel the same way, that men go out and blabber off and women go out and blabber off. So a lot of times guys won't say anything because they're like, well, what is she thinking? If I ask her, was this okay or was that okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like we kind of have this notion in our heads that we're supposed to know how to please you without asking you.
Really?
Yes. So it's like, okay, so let me try to clean this. I'm trying to get out what is in my head. So, okay, so as a guy in the past, I've asked a lady, what do you, how was this? How was that? And the responses that I got, number one, that was me back then. I wasn't like, I wasn't where I'm at now, spiritually, mentally, physically, all of that. So it was like I was in a space where I was kind of like, it stung. Her truth stung. So, and what happens is we don't want to feel that sting. It's kind of like maybe a blow to the ego.
Yeah.
So some guys will not ask a woman what's pleasurable to them. We just feel we're supposed to know. And the thing is anybody can moan and make a performance.
Okay, pause on that. How many of you, by a show of number one, have faked an orgasm?
See?
By a show of number two, you've never faked an orgasm. One, I faked it. Two, I've never faked it. Haven't had to. Let me get on here so I can see the comments coming through.
Yeah.
There we go. Buggy said, yeah. Okay, so Sakai was the last one. Nobody's commented yet.
Oh, nobody's commented yet. So the
One,
question is...
Oh, go ahead, Bucket.
Oh, I was going to just reiterate your question. Put up a number one if you have faked an orgasm, and the number two if you have never faked an orgasm.
So Malira said when she was younger, she thought my yoni used to be broke before my husband. So when you were younger, you did that because you thought it was broke, and then when you met your husband, you haven't had to do that. That's beautiful.
That is. very beautiful.
Have you faked one?
Yes.
You have? Men can fake them?
I couldn't get one. So you act like you just did the pull-out method and
I never
Have a-
knew that.
have a towel somewhere and just make it seem like, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Felicia has. Maya hasn't. I have. Bucket has. Maya, that's amazing. You've never faked an orgasm? Wow, you get clap, 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 honey.
Yeah.
I never known that about a man, though.
Yeah. I had one that just the attraction wasn't there on either side.
Did she get one?
She said she did?
Okay, well, let me ask you this: Can y'all
yeah.
feel when a woman is giving a real one or a fake one?
At times, yeah. At times. For me, that depends on the level of attraction that I have to that female.
Okay.
Because that's gonna tell me and it's gonna tell her how in tune to her I am.
Have you ever had a one night stand? Has anybody on here ever had a one night stand? A number one if you have, a number two if you haven't. Bucket and I are twos. We're squares. We're not free at all. Damn.
Steve, don't come for us.
Oh, Mom said she had a one night stand. Go, girl.
Woo,
Yes.
Get the
Go,
groove,
girl.
Get the groove. Get the groove.
All of us are. We need to have more fun in life or something. We never had a one night. None of us have had a one night stand.
Nope.
Oh, we suck.
Yeah.
None of us. No. Oh, wow. We need to be a little more free. Well, Felicia's married, so she can't. I don't know if Maya is married or not. He's on his way to be married. I'm married, so.
You still have
Hubby gave me permission, so I guess I could.
role play.
Only if I'm making money, though. He gave me permission.
Yeah, role play.
You want me to be his one night stand and put a wig on
Yeah.
and
Go pick him up at a bar. Ooh, that's your bad.
his gratitude alarm. Everybody give praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High. Shit.
Say what? Yeah, you missed that live, Felicia. If I'm making money, I got permission. I got permission only if I'm making money, so. He wasn't with shit. He really wasn't. He just said, okay, whatever. To get me out of his face. He's like, you on that talking crazy stuff. So, whatever. Get out my face. So, yeah. So, but there's 5 people on here and only Maya and Felicia said. Everybody else may not want to say that's fine, but I haven't. I know if Dr. Gemini Twin was on here, she'd be like, what is wrong with y'all? She has. She says it all the time. She free. I guess we need to have a little more fun.
Yeah.
We're not free enough.
Go ahead, sis. You can twerk.
I can twerk.
Twerk.
Oh, Malira said she did. Go, Malira. You free. Hey.
All right.
Malira, it's only you and my mom. You're the only free ones. All the rest of us are duds, man. We don't know nothing about having fun. So I was talking to Billionaire Bucket about being able to have open dialogues. I don't know. Women, you must understand that you have to know your own anatomy. Now, for quite a few of you on the live or watching the replay, you're going to think that, yeah, Lovey, that's a little, if you're not free. But you need to be able to please yourself so that you can tell your man how to please you.
Yes.
How you like it, where you like it, what feels good, what doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know your own anatomy, what makes you think he's going to know it?
Right.
Because this is sloppy sex.
Right.
You know? When really your G-spot is in and back this way. That's your G-spot. Come here,
Come here, girl.
Come here, So, like when you're doing your spiritual baths, women, if you have yoni eggs or vibrators or whatever, these natural things, when you are,
Spirit fingers.
he said spirit fingers.
No, they ain't. Well, I guess technically it could be spirit fingers, huh?
Rock,
Rock,
paper,
paper, scissors. Shoot.
So when you're in your spiritual bath, to lay in your bath and just really get acquainted with your body. And you don't have to go right in and start attacking your yoni and being like, oh my gracious, I gotta bone you, yoni, because I need to know you. No. Like, seriously, just start loving on your body, ladies. You know, and just caressing your body and telling your body how much you love your body, how beautiful you are, how amazing it is, all the things that it puts up with, the toxins that you put in it, and the toxins that you release and don't release, and then all the shit that's just in there. Just love on it, you know? First couple baths, and just have conversation with yourself and tell yourself how amazing you are, how sexy you are. I look at my inner tube all the time and be like, girl, you got the best inner tube out here in these streets, let me tell you. Ooh, road map and all, because I could get you from the East Coast to the West Coast. Yes, just follow the road map, it'll get you there. It's like, you know, have conversations with yourself and ease your way into loving on your body, all of it. Mm-hmm. Flat pancake, I call it flat pancake, but I have something to sit on. You know what I'm talking about? She laughs at it. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I don't take offense to it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You know?
There's nothing wrong with a booty.
Flat booties need love too. That's what I tell her. I turn around and be like, hey girl,
That's
yes,
right. Talk to her.
you need
You know what I'm
it,
saying?
but
Talk
I got
to her.
these up here. Yes. So, you know, we even. So, you know, have conversations with her. And each time you add a little more to it.
Yes.
Don't just get in the bathtub and be like, oh my gracious, I got to start feeling on myself and I think I got to stick my finger in myself. No, you know, make it sacred to you. That's crucial. Mm-hmm. And then when you get to the point where you'd like to start understanding and understanding your yoni, you know, take a mirror, look at her, and talk to her. Some of y'all don't even know what your yoni look like. I know mine's gigantic. I'd be like, girl, you're huge. Oh my gracious. Have you always been that big? Sorry, Billionaire Bucket. He's like, no. No! Oh, he's seen all kind of yonis. Oh my gracious! Well, he's seen big ones, little ones, stretched out ones. It's like we're adults.
We are.
I mean, he wasn't expecting his sister to say her yoni is big.
Yeah,
I mean, I walk out the room without a shirt on. I will have a bra on, but I'm like, what's the difference in wearing a bikini top and a bra? No difference. The only difference is bra supports me and the bikini top don't. So. That's the only difference. But anyway, so, you know, take a mirror and look at her. Have conversations with her. Love on her. Tell her how amazing she is. Be acquainted with what's her color. Is she big yoni? Is she little yoni? Is she wide? My lady that waxed my yoni, she says that all yonis look like flowers.
Ooh.
And she said they're shaped like flowers. It's just different flowers. I'm like, I don't know if I can see that.
No? I see it.
I ain't looking at all of them like she do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
But I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to envision them as flowers. You know, because when you open a rose, there are different layers of her.
Yeah,
and you can see a yoni as being different layers of that rose.
Right.
And so you can, just like we love on roses and roses carry a high love vibration, you can look at your yoni within the same way.
Yes.
Now, one thing about it, women, you have to be apologetic to your yoni. Excuse me, especially those of us who have misused and abused her because we didn't appreciate or value her, because we didn't know the importance of her. being sacred. Now, I'm not saying hold yourself guilty or anything like that. We're just asking her forgiveness for what we didn't know. Because that is your sacred house.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, like in my Yoni Love course, I had them talking to their yonis and asking them to listen for what she was saying back to them. And they were getting feedback.
Okay.
Once you tune in, your yoni will talk to you. She'll speak and tell you some stuff.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
It's like, girl, I know you didn't think you was a thought in it back then, but you was the biggest thought up in here. I'm going to be the one to tell you.
You the biggest thought that they seen thus far.
Tatiana.
Bust down, Tatiana.
So, when you start to, I'm no sexologist. Let me just be that clear.
Me either.
I have a PhD in everything non-physical, so I have a PhD in air sex. Because it's non-physical.
Make that air clap. Make that air clap.
So, we would have to get Dr. Valerie on here because she's the sexologist. She can give us all the scoop. But I'm just telling you from my perspective how to get connected with your body. And then so over time, as you start getting connected with you, then there comes a time where you're in your spiritual bath and you're doing your cleansings and releasing. And then you could start to be mindful of her and feel on her and pleasure her so that you will know what pleases her. Quite a few women don't know what pleases them. They don't even know that they're having sloppy sex. You know?
It's true. It should be enjoyable for both parties.
I do know that I talk to a lot of women that 30s and over who have never experienced an orgasm. Never.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought at least by 30 you would have experienced.
They don't even know what that feels like.
Oh, wow.
So you think about it. This for them has become a programming of what I call church sex. You just lay there, don't turn the lights on, don't do all these different positions, allow him to get his nut off, and we done. Women have been programmed that that's what sex is supposed to be about, satisfying your man, you not getting satisfaction out of it yourself.
Ooh, yeah. That's heavy. That's heavy. So yeah, you have to know yourself in order to be able to tell your spouse what you do and don't like. And that's important. That's very important.
Yes.
Because sex shouldn't be something that's looked at as a chore. It shouldn't be looked at as a chore or just strictly to procreate and make children. It's a way to deepen the connection between two. It's how two become one.
Okay, speaking of that.
It's also great for manifesting.
Ooh, sex magic.
Yes.
So if it's two becomes one, that's crucial to be mindful who you becoming one with.
Very, 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 very powerful. Very powerful. Yes. You have to be mindful of that sex is an energetic exchange. What was that meme I sent you? It was SEX, Sacred Energy Exchange. So you have to be mindful of that. So those ladies that have not experienced orgasms or have been faking it, you might not have been attracted to this individual as you think you have been.
And when he says attraction, I know he means that's not only physical.
No, it's not. It's not just physical.
You know,
physical is only one aspect of it.
Right. You have your mental aspect, you have your emotional and your spiritual aspect of attraction.
Right.
So it's like, is there vibrational attraction here as well? You know, because you may be interacting with an individual that's vibing on a level that is not matched towards you.
Right.
And that could, so what that could look like, an individual could have an attachment that is a low energy vibration, and you become one with this individual, and now that has embarked into your spirit.
Right.
You know, so that requires a lot of clearing, cord cutting, and energetic releasing.
True.
You know, so it's so many aspects of being sexually involved. It's spiritual. It is beautiful. It is connecting to someone on one of the highest levels.
Yes, all of those will play a factor in your orgasms. So if you're physically attracted to someone, but they don't stimulate the rest of your senses, for me, I like to use all my senses. So it's not just, oh man, okay, visually she looks good. When I feel, I want to know she has soft skin. I'm not trying to get into bed with someone as rough as me. I got rough elbows for the both of us.
What you talking about, Willis?
You know what I'm talking about? You definitely shouldn't have no voice deep as mine or deeper. Hell no. We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain senses that need to be stimulated. I'm big on smell. I like for you to smell nice. You don't have to necessarily have some fragrance of a perfume or a soap or something like that. That's not what I'm saying. But smell sanitized, or you know what I mean? Smell a cleanly smell.
You don't want the yoni to smell like it's been in the ocean.
Right. That stimulates it, and that's all going to be based. All of those things that will play an effect to your orgasm will also play an effect on how the man performs, and vice versa.
I've heard men dogging women, like when I've seen the relationship go in separate ways, and I've seen men say to her, "Your pussy stank anyway," and it's like,
I don't agree with when guys and women do that. My thing is, you have no basis to say that now because you pissed off at me, because you wasn't saying that when you was in there hitting it.
yes. I'm like, but you've been there for a long time.
So obviously it wasn't that big of a problem, because just until now, at the breakup after 6 years, you was fine sleeping in it. So come on, bruh, get off that. And then women, oh well, you little dick and you suck anyways and you can't fucking blah 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 blah. So why were you with him for so long?
So let's talk about that, little dick versus big dick.
Oh, okay.
So just because you have a little dick, don't mean that it isn't powerful.
That part.
And just because you have a big dick doesn't mean that you know what to do with it.
That part.
So with that being said, there are a lot of men, and those women who are single, you know this. Men will get in your inbox and send you a dick pic.
Yeah.
And it's like, first of all, as a woman that's free, I don't care how free I am, I don't want you greeting me with your dick. To me, they're not cute. And I don't care how big, how little it is, I don't want to be looking at your ugly dick. That's me. I find it very disrespectful to a queen for a man to be on social media and just take a picture of himself and send it. Not a hello, not a nothing. Just a big dick, quote unquote. Who says it's a big dick?
If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, it's all about perspective. You could be 7 inches. That might be big to Jane, but then you go over here and get with Wanda, and Wanda like, nah, bro, I need 12 or better. That's a big dick. You know what I'm saying? You're small. It's all about perspective. So then too here, so this is why a lot of times there's not dialogue in the bedroom as well, because then you get men who feel, yo, I got dick. I know how to, you know what I'm saying? And then what? You got a 747 in your shorts and you still can't land it.
Yes.
You ain't doing shit with it, bruh. Shit with it.
And then, size doesn't matter. It's about knowing how to please your woman. That goes back to, even if you have a small penis, but yet you've had that open dialogue with your woman to know what pleases her, then your size wouldn't matter. But if you think you got 12 inches and you putting it down because she wants 12 inches, then you haven't had that dialogue to ask her, you like these 12 inches? These 12 inches good to you? You don't know that she wants that. And to be able to send a picture to a woman and be like, don't you want this? It's like, no, bruh.
So let's ask then, how does that work, ladies? is because I read an article years ago. It says something to the effect that stimulation with the penis is not as important as other areas of sex. Is this a true statement?
So you mean oral?
Yeah, there's other. So
Oral? Give them
Um,
some examples.
yeah, oral.
Are you talking
toys?
about? Okay.
You can use toys on your partner.
Now I will tell you this: that wand everybody been talking about.
Yeah,
I need to
my lady
order
get
one
that
of those.
soon. I'm hoping she get that.
All the women tell me about this wand. It's serious. I need one. Now, I know why y'all are answering that question from Billionaire Bucket. Is it all just about the sex, or are there other ways of stimulation that you would prefer? Now, for me, I'm a Gemini. We are all communication. If you don't stimulate us with a good conversation, there's a turnoff there, because we have to be able to communicate with you, and you have to be able to communicate with us. That's where our stimulation comes in at. Our stimulation don't come in, for the most part, it doesn't come in from physical, emotional, sexual. Nigga, you better know how to speak.
See?
And you better know how to understand me when I speak to you.
See?
That's a stimulation for a Gemini. Now, I know other signs are different. You know, like Billionaire Bucket says, he's a Capricorn. He uses all his senses, excuse me.
Yes.
He uses all his senses, and he has to be attracted through all of that. And it's like, if you talking crazy and I can't get through to you,
Yeah.
we ain't going nowhere.
Yes.
I'm a
So
Libra.
what are we getting here? Massage, touch my body, all areas. Yes.
Uh-huh.
See?
Felicia said a massage and touch her body in all areas.
Yes.
Highly disrespectful.
I'm assuming she's talking about the dick pics.
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
Well, and then you have to look too that this is, and then that's this day and age of dating as well, which social media has kind of warped that, because we feel comfortable doing something through a social media app that you know damn well you wouldn't become. You'd face a lot of repercussions out in the public versus you would social media. They can't get to you through cyberspace.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So there's a big communication gap now. We don't know how to talk to each other anymore.
This is true.
So and that's a major problem. So we have to know how to talk to one another in order to learn what each other each other's likes and dislikes are. So where are we at with the answers to the questions?
Well, Felicia said other ways are massages and touching my body all over.
So it's not always just about the penetration.
Felicia said she don't want to talk. She want to feel.
Okay.
But I'm a Cancer. See? For
Okay.
her, she want to be able to feel you.
Okay.
She want to be able to connect with you on that level.
Yeah. So there's different ways to connect with each other. There's many different ways. Personally, for me, I need to be stimulated through conversation first. We need to have that connection here. I need to know that at least you're. I don't want to say you're on the same level as me or higher, because I realize that with being on this journey, there are no levels. There's just where people are, but you have to at least be on this journey and open, I should say, and putting forth the effort to ascend. That's very attractive to me, to know that, okay, there's a woman who recognizes something within herself that she doesn't like, and she wants to shift to make a better quality of life for not just herself, but for me or whoever, her significant other is. Let's say that. That's attractive. So to know that you're doing that work, that's bomb. And then also doing your work will help it to help to keep the dialogue open, because then you're not getting in your feelings. So for example, so for example, here's a scene for you. You're with your woman. First round goes down. Bam. Okay, y'all take a break. Smoke a joint and get your mind right. Okay. So in between rounds,
A
adjourn.
Oh,
Yeah. So take your drink of your scotch or whatever it is you're sipping on, whatever Moscato, whatever you like. Okay. So in between rounds, ask your lady, wait, what was that? How did that work? How did you like this? How did you like that? And then don't take offense to her responses. Don't take offense to those.
yeah.
Because the ultimate thing is the more you stimulate her and you can please her, the more she can stimulate and please you.
Now, have you ever had to tell a woman what you like and what you don't like?
No. So for me, I'm more of a pleaser. So I get off on her getting off, if that makes sense. That's like in the bed. That's really I like to be. Most of the time, I like to be more of the aggressor.
Got it.
I'll say that. So I like to be, let me get you right. Let me get you in the mood. For the simple fact, I realize with guys, we can let one fly, and it's like, yo, give me 10 minutes. I'll be right back with you. But women, y'all can pop them off. So given that ratio, I'd rather make sure I can get to you so you can get some more off before I get mine. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yes.
I want to make sure that it's pleasurable on both sides. Plus, I've not explored my pleasures yet.
Ooh,
so to speak.
That's something you
Yeah,
have to allow yourself to do.
it is.
And he's in a new relationship as far as their distance. So they haven't had the opportunity to explore like that. But when they do, that's something that you become present to, that you have to start exploring the giving and receiving aspect versus being the pleaser, non-pleaser, however you want to word that. But you have to
Yes.
please and receive pleasure as well.
Yes, you do. And through conversations, I realized that, it's like, well, I don't know if I like that. Well, I don't know if I like that. And, you guys teased me because face down, ass up. Well, then apparently there's a spot for men
Yeah.
that's how it's achieved to hit that spot. And it's not your bum hole.
Right.
It's not necessarily, when we get into that position, it's not necessarily, an emasculating position as, I initially thought, but there's different pleasure zones. Never would have knew.
Right.
Never would have knew. I've never had someone wonder what was pleasing for me. So that right there in itself is new, and that makes it fun. So that's what it has to be. Like I said, it can't be a chore. You don't want sex to be a chore. You want it to be fun and exciting. So when you're learning about each other and you're trying new things, and you guys are number one, you're keeping the dialogue open, and it's creating a healthy relationship. Because without communication, what do you really have?
Now, something that I was present to when you asked that question about other pleasing ways is my husband does this. It's like, okay, because I am one of the communicators, he'll do something like throughout the day. It's like, hey, girl, you so fine. It's like, you so fine, or he'd say something like, look at you with that fine old raggedy behind, it's like.
Big Dog's flirting is definitely different.
It's like, he'll say something like, hey, beautiful, he'd be like, how's my fine old sexy ass something queen something he says. I mean, but he'll tell you our way of communicating with one another. He'll be like, are they mad at each other or are they serious? It's like,
yeah, it's been a couple times. I'm like,
but we're not mad at each other. We're not being serious. It's just the way we communicate, and it's fun for the both of us. Cause like, let me give you an example. He went to the gym the other day. He left about noon, and he came back home about 6:30. Okay, and when he come in the door, I said, "Where you been?" He was like, I never asked my husband where he been. Never. We don't do that to each other ever. We don't even ask each other like, what did you experience? What did you do? Did you have fun? We'll do that. You know, it's like, you grown, I'm grown. Do you, do you. So when I said, where you been? He was like, to the gym, woman, what you think? I said, 5.5 hours? You been to the gym? I said, drop them draws. Let me smell them balls, because I don't believe the shit you giving. You ain't never been to no gym for no 5.5 hours. So he started explaining himself. He was like, I went over here to this gym. I went to the wrong gym. I got over there. I was supposed to meet him there. And then he was like, but wait a minute. Why am I explaining this to you?
Yeah.
Because you ain't never been to no gym for no 5 hours, and I need receipts. So drop your drawers. And he was just like,
sniff receipts.
he was like, you funny, honey. I'm going to tell Naomi Baker. Naomi Baker is our goddaughter. So anytime he calls himself going to tell anybody, he'd be like, I'm going to call Naomi Baker. I'm going to tell you. Like, that's our way of communication. And, you know, I walked out the room and I came back in and he's standing there watching TV. He had his boxers on. And I said, drop them. I told you I was not playing with you. Drop them damn drawers. So that's how we, like, somebody else probably would have heard us, because when we talk, it sounds like we could possibly be going in on each other, but we're not. We're really not. And then we'll laugh about it.
Yeah.
And it stimulates me. I don't know about him, because he's a different type of Scorpio. Like, he just goes with the damn flow.
Yeah,
anything I say, he just goes along with it. It's like, bruh, so what you want?
Yeah, that's just your
What you
energy.
think?
That's just your energy.
And he just be like, I don't want no smoke.
Right.
I don't want you flying off at the mouth.
That way.
So whatever pleases you,
Yeah.
do just that.
Yeah.
You want me to drop my drawers, honey? I'm going to drop my drawers.
Don't need to sniff test. Scratch and sniff. Scratch
Sniff
and sniff.
receipts.
Scratch and sniff receipts.
Oh boy, but no. So, you know, with us, it's like we have a totally different way of communicating. And I know it's been times where Bucket will be sitting there like, I don't know if I should walk out or if I should be still.
Yeah.
Am I in the crossfire or what's going on?
Yeah.
And then Bradley and I bust out laughing, and then he'll be like,
Yeah. Sigh of relief. Like,
it's like, he'd be like, whoa, I didn't know what to think.
I'm the brother. I'm like, am I supposed to jump on him? He big as shit. Like, goddamn. Like,
Poor big guy.
let me wait and be for sure. 'Cause
Right.
He big as shit. So.
Poor big guy. And then y'all know he went to work. He called me from work one day. You was there, Billionaire Bucket,
I
weren't
was?
you? I think so. I'm not for sure.
Okay.
You may not. I don't know. Maybe not. So he called me from work to let me know he had to work over. And so I was like, "Oh yeah, you do, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got my sergeant right here." And I was like, "I don't give a damn about your
yeah.
damn sergeant being
I
right
was
there."
there.
I was
there.
like, "I'll beat your sergeant's ass. What the fuck?" And he was like, "Hold on, woman, I got you on speaker. Hold on." I said, "I don't give a fuck about that." So he was like, they was joking him by what I was saying. So he went back to work a couple days later. He was like, "Oh, I gets in that ass. I gets in that ass." And they was like, "No, you don't, dude. No, you don't." Poor big guy.
Poor big dude.
He do. He get in my ass when he want to. And then what that look like is, "Pooh, you gonna be quiet right now." Okay. Psych!
Right, I'm like, I ain't never seen that. Shit.
Yeah, so he used to tell me to relax when we first started dating. I don't know what
What is
that
it with y'all saying?
is.
Y'all do not like being told to relax.
I don't know what that is, but I would flip. That's a good discovery for me to see. He don't do it anymore, but to see why that's a trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a huge trigger for women in the melanin community.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that is, and I'm curious to do some research on it. But I used to flip on this nigga. Like, you don't tell me to fucking relax. And he'd be like, relax, relax. And I just be like, yeah, in with it.
That Cardi B song just popped in my head. What the fuck you mean relax?
Right? I would be like, no, Nick, you don't tell me to fucking relax. No. So I don't know what that is, but he doesn't do it anymore. But in the beginning, he used to say it all the time. And
Poor big dog.
big dog used to catch the shit. Yeah, I remember our wedding night. It was rehearsal dinner night. Very spoiled brat over here, I miss. Back when we got married, I was really a controlling freak and wanted shit my way. Hasn't changed a whole lot, but a little bit. so we at the dinner rehearsal, I don't know what I did, y'all. But I remember Bradley walking me outside and said, if this is what our future gonna look like, I don't wanna do it. I want to call it off right now. I said, nigga, shut up. Go over there with your strippers. Go to y'all. Where was y'all going? When y'all went to the club and they was giving him a bachelor party.
Yeah,
go over there to the bachelor party and shut up. I'll see you tomorrow. I was like, I ain't trying to hear that. We got like 20-something grand invested in the wedding. We ain't doing that. We getting married tomorrow, bro. I remember him saying, that's the first time he ever said to me, basically, I'm going to put my foot down. I ain't doing that if this is what it's going to be like. He didn't win, though. He met me the next day at the altar.
He did.
So, but yeah.
How many years ago? How long y'all been together?
12 this year.
Oh, yay.
12 in July. Well, we've been together 12 would be... Wait, shit. I don't know. It's 12 or 13. Damn. That's a shame. I think we've been together 13 and we'll be married 12.
Okay.
Shit, you lose count after year one. We still here. That's all I can tell you. We still here. The years do not matter. Because I will say this, like, I said it to him a lot. It's like, it feels like we've been together a lot longer than the actual human years. That's because we have soul ties of being together in multiple lifetimes. So I don't even go by the human years to be quite authentic.
Got you.
But that's why I never remember. It's like, you talking about this lifetime or others?
Got you.
That's how I feel. So
okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
He can probably remember. I don't know.
Okay.
Bro, I can't remember nothing. I just made that up. Oh, my poor husband. Y'all send him good juju, okay? Because him needs it.
Yes. Send some love to Big Dog.
He had to put up with me. So, anything you have left to say to the peeps, Billionaire Bucket? Did you give them some scoop on having open dialogue?
I hope I did, yeah.
And making sure?
Be open. That's the first step. Be open and don't have expectations. Don't have any expectations.
So if you don't have expectations, and say it's your first time and it sucks, but you really feeling this male or female, do you have a conversation with them on how to please you? Do you have that open dialogue, or do you tell them it sucked, but I think it can get better? Or do you just be like, that ain't gonna work for me? Is that a deal breaker?
Everyone is different. So me personally, I'd probably lean in like, so for me, where I come from is, let me find out what you like. Maybe if I ask that question, that'll spark something in you to want to know more about what I like, what I want. So then we can kind of have that dialogue bouncing back and forth versus coming right off like, yo, this shit was whack. Well, you know what I mean? So it's still a way to speak your truth and not offend. But it's still that thin line because it's still sex is still kind of a touchy subject for some people.
It is.
So, be creative on how you approach your partner. And every situation is different. This may be somebody like a one night stand. Maybe somebody, you know what, he was whack. I'm really not feeling him on all levels on my list anyway. So we're just gonna chalk that one up as to a night. But this might be someone you say, hey, yo, I'm kind of digging this person. I feel like this person is digging me. So maybe let's open up the dialogue. And how you approach that, be creative. You know what I mean? Feel that person out. If you can kind of feel that they might be offended by you being so blunt, then maybe sugarcoat it a bit.
I don't know how to sugarcoat. That's my problem.
Well, or find a different approach. Let's say that. Let's not say sugarcoat. Let's say
I just say any damn thing
really
out
do.
my mouth.
Yeah, you really do. So maybe for you would be to find a different approach. Which is good that you're a doctor, because you know approaches.
Yeah, I do know different approaches. My poor husband don't get different approaches though. It'd be like,
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
he don't get that.
Poor big dog.
I try different approaches with him. I really do when I'm talking to him. But I don't care which approach I take. The minute I say honey, his ears get waxy and they close off. If I say, hey, babe, he's like, yeah. And then he hears nothing else.
Why the lights get brighter when you say,
They know
hey,
it too.
babe?
It's like, hey, love, can we have a completion conversation? He'd be like, what's that? It's like, damn, I ask you that all the time. You still don't know what shit it is. It's like, I don't care what approach I take with him. It's like, he don't hear me. He does not hear me. Since I now have a driver, soon to be coming on payroll, I need to get a master communicator to be a translator for us. Yeah.
I thought we were talking about sex, not me. We'll talk about this afterwards.
Right. So, I forgot what I was about to say.
I don't even know what you were going to say.
You're supposed to finish my sentences.
No, because I'm still hung up on the driver part. What? When did this happen?
Okay, so back to what Billionaire Bucket was saying.
Yes.
And I'm going to talk about him not knowing what pleases him. And in this new relationship and on this newly journey of his spiritual rediscovery, it's like, this is going to be practice for him. And it's also probably practice for a lot of you, knowing what pleases you. Mm-hmm. Because you all may be just like him, the one on the same perspective as him is, I'm the pleaser. Mm-hmm. But remember, there's always a give and a receive. Mm-hmm. In anything, there's that exchange. So if you don't know what pleases you, we're going to leave you with this. Start rediscovering you, so that you can communicate what pleases you and not be up here like the individual needs to already know it or figure it out without you being fully self-expressed.
Right.
And be open to trying things.
Yes.
Because your partner may come with some things that they've experienced in the past that they truly enjoyed, like Billionaire Bucket was saying when we talked about face down, ass up. He was clearly like, nope, ain't doing it. And I'm like, what? You don't know nothing about that. He's like, that's too close to Dookie Shoop. We ain't doing it. However, he had a conversation with his queen and she laid it out for him. And he was able to be like, oh, I didn't know. Now, I don't know that he's open to it, but he was able to hear from a different perspective where she was like, love, this XYZ. Now his brain may be more open to it, and then he may get himself ready to experience what that's like. Mm-hmm. But of course, he wouldn't know if he would like it or not because he hasn't practiced what it's like to receive and be pleasured himself. Right. So I say that all that to say, for you women that are on the live, make sure you start getting to know you, mm-hmm. connecting with your yoni.
Fellas too, get to know yourself, connect with your dangler.
Dick dangler!
You what? Yeah.
You got a dick dangler.
Let it dangle.
Let your bat,
Dang.
let your bat hang. So get familiar with your DD,
yeah.
Okay? Yeah. And women, get familiar with your yoni. Pleasure your yoni. Mm-hmm. There is nothing wrong with it. No. We've all been taught, you touching yourself, that's nasty. Mm-hmm. But if you don't know your anatomy, you cannot expect anyone else to know your anatomy.
That's right. Fellas, take that pressure off of yourself. We're not experts. You don't have to be an expert. Everyone is different. So every woman that you get with is not going to enjoy the same things. Mm-hmm. Ask questions. And the biggest thing is be open. Be open to suggestions. Be open to the response that you get. Be open to the fact that you don't know it all.
That's my biggest thing. Shit, I think I know every damn thing, and I know I don't.
Yes, we don't know it all, fellas. We don't know it all. And that's simply because everyone's an individual.
Yes.
That's it. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's nothing to feel like, oh man, I suck. Nah, you don't suck. Because see, the thing is about this is the thing about questions. When you ask a question, you're a fool for a moment. But if you don't ask the question, you just a fool.
Forever.
Forever, ever.
And ever, ever. That's a good one, Billionaire Bucket.
It's just a brief moment because everyone has to learn. You got to learn some way. How did you learn in school? You ask questions. So that's all you do. Get with your partner and just ask questions. So how was this for you, honey? No, you didn't. No. Oh, look. Oh, okay, perfect. And then you can incorporate that next go round. Okay. So how about this?
After you like to drink?
Yeah, like the drink, sip your Scotto. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, my husband and I couldn't, neither one of us smoked Mother Earth, but we couldn't if we wanted to. He's the damn police, so we can't do that.
Can't do that.
We gotta find something else to smoke.
I'll burn one for you.
You burn one for us? We gotta find something else to smoke. Each other.
69. That's a great number, by the way.
Each other. All right, fam. We've been on for quite a bit. We're gonna head over. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna head over into our Yoni Ho group.
I hope y'all enjoyed this.
Yes.
I hope y'all enjoyed this topic. I hope this was helpful.
Yes.
Reach out, give us some comments, some feedback. Check us on Facebook. This is Dr. Lovey B, and she's on Facebook as
LaVonica Bradley.
Okay, we're gonna have to
Oh,
make sure
I was
you
in my
add that
mind
in
about
there.
something. So we had to do a giveaway. That's what I was in my mind
Oh, Doc! My bad.
about. Did you hear that?
Crickly, you okay there? We got a giveaway?
We have a giveaway. We need to put some numbers in the phone.
Numbers in the phone.
We have a giveaway. We need to put
the
some
phone.
numbers in the phone.
Y'all see I got my phone. Make
We
sure
got a
everybody sees.
giveaway. What is the giveaway?
Okay, this was last week. I don't know, Doc. You didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you. It's a shame on it.
Oh, jeez. Are you giving me? You can't give me away.
Why would I want to do that? Shit, you my hype man.
I know.
Can't
I'm just
do
saying.
that.
I just gotta, put that out there. Because, a lot of times your giveaways be just popping up and be surprises for me.
So for those of you who don't know or haven't seen, the Unmanifest the Shit ritual kits, by the way, are not on the website. They were supposed to go up on Sunday. But I am Profecto, so I've been dealing with my designer on how to get things exactly how I like it. And the designer had something come up, so we've been tweaking, but I will have it up soon. I know it'll be up this week, before Friday, because I know Sakai said she need to order hers by Friday. But like Billionaire Bucket and I said, it will be in divine timing. I will announce when they will go up. I'm pretty sure he's complete. I just have to give the final approvals. But y'all know, for those of you that are business owners, things have to be a certain way. And the look has to be consistent. I ain't just putting anything and everything out. I don't rock like that. So that was the hold up. On top of, we had to travel.
We did.
Unexpectedly in my schedule to New York. Because it was really last minute for me.
Mine too.
But you do what you have to do. And when you're in the flow, you just go. You know what I mean? You just go with the flow. And so that's why everything is in divine timing, not human timing. So with that being said, I will announce when they are up on the site. Be on the lookout because I will put a post up. But I'm going to give away a bronze box tonight.
Whoa, that's major. Before you do that, Dr. Sis, I would like to interrupt. And on live, I want to make sure that I express my gratitude for you and express my gratitude for my queen, Kiana, for this trip to New York. So this was set up and arranged
Let's
by
talk
these
about
two.
that.
I
want to talk about that, y'all. Cause let me talk about that. First of all, this unmanifested shit ritual had me very emotional, angry, pissed off, just needing to be. This ritual, because I brought in ancestors and bloodline, like a whole bunch of people's shit was just coming up and I was feeling it, and man, I was just like that. But anyway, it's been rough. This ritual. It's been really rough. And so, his queen surprised him and took him to NYC And this is a good example of being in flow. I just want to bring this up. Billionaire Bucket don't know what I'm about to say.
I don't.
So
I never do.
yeah, because we don't practice.
No one does.
I know. Everybody be like,
Her
"Oh, Lovey's about
ancestors
to
don't
talk."
even know.
They're like, "Lovey's about to talk. Bust down your booty cheeks,
Yes.
please.
Clench 'em.
Hang on."
My ass cheeks are like this right now.
So listen. So Billionaire Bucket agreed last minute to go, which the ancestors already told me he was going to go. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to Billionaire Bucket for going. He drove his vehicle. He helped me drive. Well, he drove all the way back except 1 hour. And so really what that would have looked like is me going up with my daughter coming back by myself. So I wouldn't be here right now. I know I wouldn't, because I wouldn't have came back this fast. The beauty of entrepreneurship. However, I was able to get back home and get some shit done. But anyway, so things shifted for all of us very last minute. And this is the importance of being in flow. It's because I didn't want to see my daughter drive that trip by herself. That's a long way from here, y'all. Plus, she just can't drive.
Poor Ting Ting.
I'm just going to keep it real. Look, the ancestors is agreeing, you know? So I'm grateful that Bucket agreed. He missed work. He missed out on money, babe, but not, because the universe will make sure he's plentiful. However, he thought that I was going to drive him to DC, drop him off. He was going to be with his queen for 24 hours. They were going to get to hang out. But in the midst of that, Queen reached out to me and was like, "Hey, Billionaire Bucket's never been to New York. I kind of want to give him that experience. Do you think you guys can have me fit in the vehicle?" And I'm like, "Sure, we can make that happen." So it started off where Billionaire Bucket and my daughter loaded the car. Of course, he doesn't know Queen's getting in the truck. So I come out like, "Oh no, this ain't gonna work. Gotta move this around." And he's standing there like, "What? Like, everything's in the car. Like, why you tripping?" You know,
Yeah,
like,
I loaded it so that nothing was obstructing the back window's view. So when Dr. Sis comes out, I'm thinking she just being Caldwell, because it's a trait. We have to have our hands in on everything. We're very particular. So I'm thinking like, oh God, this is like working with my grandfather again. You know what I'm saying? No, wait, just let me show you first. But Grandpa, if you do it, let me show you. I was like, whatever, lady, whatever. So she comes out, has her spiel. And actually, I was shocked because she didn't rearrange the car right then, as before we left Georgia. She waited until we got to my niece's house, and then she rearranged it. And her reasoning for it was, I was like, what? And I'm like, I should have known then. So her reasoning for rearranging the car the way she did was so that we could have a spare seat. At that moment, it was just 3 seats: driver, passenger in the back. Bam. The rest of the SUV was full of stuff. So she says, we're in Virginia at my niece's house. So she rearranged the car. And she says, "Well, you know, I want to make sure we have room in case we go pick up Pop." Pop is Dee's fiance. And I'm like, "But you guys are dropping me off before you do that." She like, "Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking."
I was like, "I keep forgetting I'm dropping you off."
This is the doc. I should have knew right then something was up. Because I'm like, this the doc. Nah, hold up, swole up. Nah, I should have knew then. But I'm just like, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever. Everybody has ... moments. You know, it's a moment. Whatever. So
we pick his queen up. I let him get all his shit out the car, y'all. And he's let the queen know we were there. And he gets out the car, meets her. She comes out with her stuff. And he instantly, I don't care what he say, y'all, he instantly got an attitude. His whole field shifted. I mean, he was an ass all day Sunday. But wait, I'm gonna get to y'all.
There was a lot of reason why.
I'm gonna get to y'all why he was ass. But wait a minute. He was an ass all day Sunday, and this is me and him all day Sunday. Because we do that to each other. But it was bad Sunday.
There was a reason.
It was bad Sunday. So,
reason.
We get to his queen's house at 7 o'clock in the a.m. We need to be in New York by 11. So we won't have time to really stop and pause and do anything, right? He immediately, I say something, he started getting defensive. But this is what happens when we somewhat have to be in control or in the know versus being in the flow and always being in gratitude. Not to say that he wasn't, but in that moment, dude had the shit and he didn't tell nobody. So he had the shit from 2 a.m. all the way to 3 p.m. the next day. The same day, excuse me.
It was
2
later than that.
About 4.
We didn't get to the Airbnb till 5 something, right? 4 or 5?
So it was about,
Because
in between 4 or 5.
We waited for food.
So from 2 a.m. to 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he had been holding his dookie shoot. And he was very frustrated.
I mean, shit.
And he became an ass.
I mean, shit.
He could not allow himself to be in flow and in gratitude. Because he was an angry
I use the
person.
bathroom. Shit, this is like, can I just please?
But he
use the
never
bathroom?
expressed that. There
did.
goes to being fully self-expressed.
No,
he
I
didn't
did.
express it to me until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So now it's
No.
12 hours him holding his pum pum.
No, that wasn't the first time I said it.
For me, it was.
No, I said it when we first got to NY. I was like, yo, I gotta use the restroom. Because D was like, we don't have no toilet paper. So because she didn't want me to use theirs.
Yeah, because I heard that later. I wasn't there when y'all was talking about that.
Oh,
I heard
thought you
that
were
later.
there. I'm like, yeah, no. Because I said, that was the first thing I said. Because I'm like, yo, just let me relieve myself and I'll be good. Nope.
So
Nope.
listen, but you know, it was. Everybody knows, if you know Billionaire Bucket, he don't take quick dump offs at the pool. Like, he got to check on the kids, make sure they can swim, they got their life jackets on. He got to have conversations with them to make sure they safe.
What? Okay, that's enough, dang it. I don't do all that.
So
I don't do all that.
So with that being
So
said,
embarrassing.
we had an experience. Let me just say that. But we had nothing to be embarrassed about. You had to poop poop. And you take care of kids. Wait a minute. Is Maya got her nose plugged up? Or is that tissue? She sad for you? I can't tell.
I was sad too, Maya.
But
My whole insides was sad. It was sad than the motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Sitting there in the car waiting on some food when you ain't even hungry in that moment. You need to relieve.
right, unmanifest the shit. Like, y'all, we have to be willing to unmanifest what. But that's the prime example of releasing what's not serving us, so that we can be free and call in what we desire. Because after you release, you felt better.
I did.
Your whole personality, attitude, energetic shift.
Yes.
Because you was clear of the shit.
It did. I travel a certain way. So, and one thing is I drink a lot of water. So when I travel, I don't drink a lot of water because water flushes me. And my thing is the only thing when I'm on the road that I want to do is have to just go let out a little water, a little pee. That's it. I do not want to have to go and use nobody's public toilet. That's my thing. I just don't care to do it. So
I couldn't hold it. I don't.
And then we've been on this fast and this cleanse, excuse me. And I really was wanting to stick to it as best as I possibly could. I did have some cooked food, but I didn't want to go crazy. So the first night when we left out of here Saturday at 9 a.m. So mind you, I hadn't hardly drank anything all day Saturday. All day Saturday I fasted. The first thing that I ate was when we got into Virginia. We went to Cracker Barrel and I had the kale salad and some fruit. That was the first thing I had ate in over 24 hours. Was some kale salad and some fruit, and then got some water then. So then as we left Sunday at 2 a.m., I was fine in that moment. But then we got trucking along, and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to be dropped off in D.C. I'll just use the bathroom once I get there. It's only 4 hours, you know what I'm saying? So, and by the time I felt like, I got to use the restroom, we only had a couple hours till we were there. So I'm like, I'm good. So then we get there, I get out, and I'm like, what is going on? Why are you coming here? She's like, my queen is like, well, come on, we're going to New York. I'm like, huh? And I'm like, but I got to use the bathroom. That was the first time I said it. And my sister, obviously, she wasn't outside. Well, she was outside the car rearranging, but she wasn't in earshot to where she heard that. So I'm just like, I gotta use the restroom though. So we get to NY. I'm like, I gotta use the restroom. My niece is like, I don't have no toilet paper. With a big Sam's Club box full of toilet paper in the back. She just didn't want to let me use her restroom, brat. I hope you watching this.
He should have used it anyway.
I really should have, because Pop said, Uncle D, you should have used the restroom. But I ain't got no problem with you christening the bathroom. You know what I mean? But my niece over here make it seem like I'm dirty, stinky little
He
booty
lets her
little
get
boy.
away with everything. I mean, everything. He is not a great uncle for disciplining. At all. I hope he do better with his own. But with that being said, he is now in gratitude that
I'm in great gratitude.
his sister and his queen set that up, and he got to see parts of NY for the first time.
Yo, but they were really some haters though, because I was trying to shift my mood. Actually, I wasn't trying. I had shifted my mood. Okay, and we got there, and all I wanted to do was yell out the window, "Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?" They wouldn't let me do it.
He did it.
Y'all wouldn't let me do it.
He did it. I got it recorded. Talking
Not the
about
way I
that's the
wanted
borough
to.
he from. He
Not the
from
way
the
I
Bronx.
wanted to. I wanted
Bronx,
to be all
Brooklyn.
out the window with
I'm
it.
like,
I was trying to be out the window
Listen.
with it. They was like, nah.
we wasn't gonna let him be out the window, Bronx, Brooklyn, because they two different boroughs. We was trying to save him.
I said Brooklyn. I said, yo. I said this ain't the Bronx. This
Poor
is
little
Brooklyn,
tink.
right? You know what I mean?
We were just trying to save him. We want him to be.
I know
fully
my boroughs. I
self-expressed.
know where I'm from. You heard?
We just didn't want him to be embarrassed since he from Brooklyn.
It's my borough.
We wanted him to know,
You know what I mean?
his borough.
You heard?
It's not Brooklyn, Bronx, or Bronx, Brooklyn. We just wanted him to, if you're gonna yell it out,
Get on my face.
let us help
Get on
you,
my face.
so you're not embarrassed
I
because you've been away for so long. You forgot,
You know what I mean?
you know.
Yeah. So number one, I asked if what park was that? I asked there was a
Prospect Park.
Prospect Park. I said, yo,
In
is this Central
Brooklyn.
Park? And they like, no, we're in Brooklyn. That's in Manhattan. Okay,
That
so
was
I'm
Niecy
from
said that.
Ohio.
I didn't say
I
that.
know this how.
That's Niecy
Y'all were
said that.
just
I didn't say
rude.
that.
Y'all were just
Niecy
rude.
always
They were
just be
rude.
going ham in on
They
him.
were just rude to me, y'all.
Felicia said you can't rep the Bronx in Brooklyn. It's a no-no. That's what I was trying to
Felicia,
save him from,
no,
Felicia.
Felicia, no.
That's exactly.
Skirt, skirt.
I didn't want him to let the window down and
No,
be
no,
like,
no.
where Bronx, Brooklyn at? Bronx, Brooklyn at? I'm like,
I never said nothing about the Bronx. I said, yo, this is not the Bronx. That's what I said. I said not the Bronx. This is Brooklyn.
it's recorded.
Oh my gosh. Play the tape. Let me see the tape.
It's on that phone.
Oh man.
But we were
I need
all
to see
for
some
him
evidence.
being fully self-expressed. We know he's from Brooklyn. He's just been away for so long.
Yes.
He totally is not aware that Bronx is one way and Brooklyn's another because he's been away for so long. So we just didn't want him yelling out the window, Brooklyn, Bronx, whatsoever. That's all. But we want him to be fully self-expressed.
Shout out to all New York boroughs. Shout out to New York.
Yes, so we do have to take him back now that my daughter is up there full time. My brother my brother Pete and sister Felicia, they will be relocating and we can go see them
Ooh.
this summer. Felicia is actually from Harlem.
Yo.
I gotta
Let's
take
go.
him to Harlem.
I've
So
been wanting
Felicia,
to go to Harlem
we're gonna
so
be
bad.
headed back that way when you go home, so
Yeah.
that you can give us tours. I've been to all
always
the
wanted to see
boroughs
Harlem.
because
I'm not.
I'm a like part-time New Yorker.
Word?
But Billionaire
I want
Bucket
to.
hasn't, so we need to expose him.
Yeah, show me Harlem. I know my queen and I, we spoke about going back and she wants to show me Brooklyn because she has a really deep love for Brooklyn. So I want to see what it is that she loves about Brooklyn and get to this city life because, I mean, at the end of the day, at the core, I'm a country boy. I like space. Give me some acreage and peace and quiet. So I need
You
to
like
see.
Governor's Island.
I need to see what this is about. But I will say, yo, New York is a different kind of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
It's very beautiful. The bridges, the graffiti. Oh man, the buildings. Just yo.
The parking ain't. It took me
That
an
ain't
hour and
beautiful.
30 minutes to find parking
Whew.
outside of our.
Yeah, hold up. We want to talk about
Airbnb.
moods and stuff.
Oh.
Dr. Sis had one on the way back. Boy, she was not happy. I was like, I'm gonna just give her.
I
some
was just
space.
being with my shit from the ritual.
Oh.
A lot of shit was coming up.
Oh, I was like, I'm gonna just give her some space. I thought she wanted to kill me. I didn't know what it did.
Well, I was already ticked with him from the day before, his attitude, and then not being able to get rest and not being able to find parking. I was like yelling at my ancestors, this that love-hate shit in this city. Like, I need a damn parking space. I need to unmanifest some people parking. Somebody come out, you know. So, yeah, and it was cold as fudgesicles up there that night.
I didn't think it was that cold.
You were inside. When I came in about midnight 30, it was freezing out there. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, but, you know, all an experiences, something Billionaire Bucket and I say all the time, and every opportunity is
an opportunity to practice.
And when you are unable to practice in that moment, the best thing to do is be silent and be to yourself and be. And that's what I had to do yesterday.
I get it. I didn't do that on Sunday.
I had to be, because that ritual, man. And then when I checked in on the people in the ritual, a lot of people were responding saying that they were feeling the same thing as far as being emotional and angry. And
I remember you saying that.
it's like, yeah. So we love y'all.
We love y'all.
Oh, box.
Box, yes. Numbers.
We about to forget.
Numbers. We doing the giveaway. We're doing the giveaway.
We're doing the giveaway for a bronze Unmanifest the Shit ritual kit.
Okay, the bronze.
The bronze.
Now, break it down to them, Doc, because there's different tiers, right?
Mm-hmm. There's a bronze.
Bronze.
There's a gold.
Gold.
There's a platinum.
Platinum. So you have 3 tiers. Each tier you get...
You get something more in each tier.
Boom.
So $47 value for the bronze is what we are giving away tonight.
Ooh.
Which will give you a candle.
Ooh.
5 incense.
Mm-hmm.
A Palo Santo scent. And a bag of bath salt.
Ooh. So that's going to get you started. That's going to get you on your way.
So you
Let
will
them know
have
about
this.
that candle. My apologies, Doc. I didn't mean to interrupt you because the candle was so bomb. I'm sorry, y'all. My apologies, y'all, because I smelled the candle. I like the smell of the candle. So I want the Doc to tell y'all a little bit about the candle. But just a little bit, Doc. Just a little bit.
That Release the Shit candle. Oh, man. It's so
nice.
powerful.
Nice.
So you will get
nice,
the
y'all.
kit. I will send it out with all of the subscriptions for May. So it will be going out to at the end of the month, excuse me. So you can do your ritual for May on your own, or you can do it with me with the group.
Okay.
Okay? So
awesome.
it'll be charged. Diane put her number up. It will be it will be charged with the theme for May.
Shit. I ain't waiting.
And I haven't said the theme, but it will be charged for the theme for May. But that doesn't mean, if you do the ritual on your own, that doesn't mean that you cannot not focus on the theme. Release the shit, unmanifest the shit. Even though it's charged with the theme, it still has its own energetic charging to remove what's not serving you. So even though each month they have a theme, know that it's around that theme, is charged for that theme, but it's also charged to remove all things that aren't serving you in that moment that is ready to be released.
That's awesome.
Okay? So let's pick some numbers. Billionaire Bucket, you go right on ahead.
What's our numbers?
What's our numbers?
What to
Let's
what?
go from 3 to 23.
Okay. What number you want, Doc? Pick a number, Doc.
You pick.
Me?
Yep, go right on ahead. So from 3 to 23, Diane went for 3.
Okay.
From 3 to 23, let's get it. What's your numbers? The closest one to the number. The closest one to the number will get their bronze box. So we have 3, 16, 16. Anybody else? On our screen, Maya is first for 16, just so you know, Felicia. If you would, since yours came in second, if you would like to pick another number, by all means, feel free. If you'd like to keep it at 16, by all means. Oh, she said she'll go with 7. Okay. So we have 3, 16, and 7. Anyone else? We got 7 unmanifestors on the live.
Come on, y'all.
Boop, boop,
Who don't want to
boop,
give
boop,
away?
boop,
Unmanifest the
boop,
shit
boop,
ritual
boop,
kit.
boop,
$47 value.
Is yours tonight
Yours.
for free. Zero Bay.
For-
Zero Bay. Zero Bay. Zero Bay.
Goose egg.
Boom.
Goose egg.
What's the numbers between 3 and 23?
23.
3 and 23. 3 and 23.
Ooh, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
Anybody else? Anybody
Who
else?
else?
Anybody
Who
else?
else?
Anybody else? Get it?
Get it. Ooh.
Okay, Toya says 20.
So we got
Anybody
3,
else?
16, 7, and 20.
20. Okay, few more seconds. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right. It's better than yours. Damn right. It's better than yours.
Teach you the charge. I'm doing what you want.
Okay,
Oh,
so it
no,
doesn't look
words.
like anybody else is gonna go. So listen, let's do a tiebreaker between Maya and Felicia. Give us something else. Maya and Felicia. Right?
What was it, 16? And what was Felicia's number?
7.
Yeah.
So Maya said 11. Felicia, what do you
Felicia,
say?
give us a number.
How do y'all get down? Huh? No, give us another number, Felicia. We need another number between you and Maya.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, how do we get down? Cool beans. I don't know what you're talking about. You said I know what you mean. I can do a lot of things, my love, but reading minds is not one of them.
9, 11,
I
and
can't
9.
say that. Sometimes I can, but I can't read yours right now.
Thoughts.
Okay, so the number is, we don't get down.
Yeah, this is my sister.
We are siblings.
Yeah.
So we ain't getting down at all.
Yep.
We love on each other all the time, but we ain't
Yes.
doing that.
No.
Maya is the winner. The number is 11. Can you see? No, we ain't doing that, babe. Sorry about that. We are breaking the cycles of incest.
Yeah, we breaking that, yo.
We are breaking the cycles of rape.
Don't do that.
We are breaking the cycles of molestation. We're breaking the cycles of all of that. We won't do that.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No, it ain't cool at all.
No,
Not
listen.
on our end, and we don't rep that whatsoever.
No, we do not promote that at all.
Hell no.
No.
Maya, please inbox Lovey Bradley, Lavonica Bradley, your address, and know that you get a bronze kit.
You get in a bronze
We
kid.
thank you all. Sakai, we complete.
What's Sakai? You know what? Sakai.
And then Toya said she was going to say 11. So listen, we thank you all for joining Billionaire Buckets Chronicles.
Dr. Lovey B. Shenanigans.
We're going to take a quick break, and all the Yoni hoes, we'll see y'all shortly live in the group. Billionaire Bucket's going to do some readings for y'all, okay?
What?
Love y'all. Yoni hoes, we see y'all shortly. We see y'all shortly.
I'm going to do it for the Yoni hoes.
He gonna do it for the Yoni hoes.
Do it for the Yonis.